Welcome, everyone, back to another episode of Muggle with a Mic, our first episode in 2023. Hey,
Yes.
Phil, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Still getting used to writing 2023. Keep writing 2022, but I'm getting there.
Oh, 22 was so easy to write because it's the same number, but then it's like, how many times have you written the 2 and then added an extra little hoop at the end?
Yeah.
Waste of space, or it didn't make any sense. We can just call it a Daryl.
A Daryl.
Yeah. So the donging throughout the movie was not a Daryl. It had a purpose to it and a meaning behind it.
What did you think of the movie overall? What was your general impressions of the movie?
Well, before I say anything, I know you asked the question first, but I'm going to ask you, did you like it better than Knives Out, or did you like Knives Out better?
It's about the same.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Knives Out, but
I will say I enjoyed it. It's the same thing with Ryan's movies. You watch it the first time and you're trying to dissect it and figure it out.
Yeah.
And then the second go around, you learn more, but then you find issues.
Oh, there was a lot. It's very superficial. If you have to suspend disbelief, you can't think about it too much, or the movie kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
I'm with you. It's enjoyable, but it's like one of those movies where I'm going to watch it and then I'm just, next day I'm going to forget all about it.
Well, and I say this every time when it comes to him. Cinematography wise, visual wise, camera wise, angles and all that stuff. He does an amazing job. I have no complaint on that. But when it comes to the story, I do have issues. The number one thing we had with Knives Out was the medication. He didn't seem to do his research. Okay.
Yeah.
With this one, that bullet would go through the diary.
Well, it would.
So
but that is a trope that has been used. That's a trope that's been used in a lot of different movies. So
why is he using it in this?
Yeah.
Why is it got used again?
Exactly. But it's just like, the detective in general. I mean, it's kind of reused. He just borrowed off Agatha Christie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, I would, it was entertaining, but I am glad I didn't see it at the theater. I saw it on HBO. And I think it's
Netflix?
Or Netflix.
Yeah.
Did I say HBO? I'm sorry, I saw it on Netflix. I think, is it even out of the theater? I think ideally one of the best, if you can find some place that's easy to lock down, that's within a mile or two of a supermarket where you can get canned goods. And then if you had some place that was really good and secure, if you could clear out all surrounding buildings or structures so you could see anybody coming, any other humans that might try to overtake you. You could have a few towers where you have a lookout, but you'd want everything kind of cleared out so they couldn't hide behind, and ambush you. I think you'd want to be kind of out in the middle of a cleared out field that was yeah.
So just for our reference, honestly, take over university campus.
Yeah.
Rio.
Honestly, that's it'd be good. I look where I work and I go, okay, they can come from the back, and then I'm like, we have tons of food in here. So I was like, well, I'll just go there. Because that's the other thing. You got to avoid, I'm going to go to Walmart because I'll have stuff forever.
Yeah.
But that's what everybody's going to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the perfect building, in town here, but
don't tell it.
Huh?
So don't give it away.
Yeah.
Well, I won't because that's where I'm headed. I'll tell you guys later. It's perfect. It's just perfect.
Well, we're coming there.
Yeah. I guess you could go to the prison and clear that out. And
they did that on Walking Dead.
Yeah.
There you go.
The
place where I work it has a perfect roof because most roofs are like this, but it has that little space where you could guard but be protected.
Yeah.
And then right across from it is a Walmart.
Ooh, that is good.
All right, your turn again, guys. Which clip would you want?
Has 2
We
been
got
picked?
1, 2.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
2 has not been picked.
I'll take it.
If 2 is that's gonna be the
Oh
best.
man. Feel from 10 seconds ago.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
You're ignorant.
I knew that was a classic clip, and you'd have to have it in there.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
Dang it!
You got it.
That is
I kid you not. I had to keep a straight face. I knew it was going to be that one.
That is the best.
That's great.
Dang it! See, I should get partial credit because I read your mind.
He knew the answer before it started.
I mean, there were some scenes that were kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, they were awesome, but it's like I don't really.
The
think
whole thing,
this
like,
would
does
fly in real life.
does Maverick
fly.
need a new girlfriend? No. I could
No,
have used.
right,
I could
yeah.
have done without all of that. Why did he have to have a romantic relationship in this, and why do we care about it?
Oh, Ed Harris is in it, Sarah.
Okay,
yeah.
then I'll see it. I love Ed Harris.
Yeah. Ed Harris is in it. I was glad that he was.
I'll
when
see
I
it for
saw
Ed and Val.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, you have to see it because it's like.
Out of 10, Jen?
I'll see it. Yeah, I'll see it when.
I mean, out of 10 for the storyline, out of 10 for I give it an 8.
Oh, that's pretty good. I thought you were just going to say 10 right away.
No. I mean,
Okay.
I'll wait till
I
it
gave
comes
it
to
that.
like Netflix or something.
I gave it a 7. It's on Paramount right now or MGM, so you can watch it on those if you have them. All right, next one. Oh wait, we got to listen to Jonah.
Oh, yeah, we
What do
gotta
you
know
think,
what Jonah thinks.
Okay, so Jonah's the youngest out of all of us. I'm wondering if he watched Top Gun recently or knew
Sure,
about it.
he's
and-
seen the first one. He's a movie buff.
Well, we'll see. Okay, here we go.
Top Gun Maverick is certainly the movie I know you've seen this year because everyone saw it this summer. This movie kind of took the world by storm. Never has a sequel been this different and this amazing from the original. Now, to be honest with you, I've never actually finished the original. Anytime I tried to watch it over the years, I didn't really get into it. I don't really like it, and I find it kind of boring. But you can think of that as a hot take, think of that as you will. But going into this movie, I had almost no expectations. If anything, I really thought it wasn't going to be very good. But it blew me away from start to finish. I've seen this movie 3 times now, twice in theaters and one on this amazing 4K disc. And having everybody from all generations watch the same movie and have the same feelings. This movie's great. It is technically maybe the best movie of the year. Incredible editing, incredible practical effects that feel as real as they are while watching. I was blown away by this movie from start to finish, every watch, and I've never gotten tired of it once. And even talking about it now, I want to rewatch it, and that's a score of a 4.5 out of 5 for me.
Jen, okay, do you have fighting words for Jonah?
No, I just love it. It's like I finally got my moment. He's like, I've never finished watching the first one.
No, but did he actually go back and finish it? Because how did he really understand the depths of the relationships if he didn't see the first one?
I think the movie did a great job to relay that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
Caught
you
you didn't
needed to
necessarily
watch-
need to see the first one. Okay.
They
I don't
sh-
think
they
you
did
really need to
flashbacks.
watch the first one to, you know, enough about it probably from people.
It would be a lot more special to those that have seen it, but it wouldn't take away from those that haven't.
Wouldn't take
Would
your
you
breath
agree?
away.
Hmm.
Take my breath away.
If you haven't,
Merlin.
if you want to laugh very quickly,
Haha.
you know, Tom Cruise is a real pilot. He takes
Yeah, we know. Of
James
he is.
Corden.
Corden. Is it
Yeah,
Corden?
James Corden.
Look it up on YouTube.
It is quite
Him
funny.
flying James Corden. It is hilarious.
Okay, I'll look it up.
It's hilarious. I've watched it so many
because
times.
James
I
actually is scared.
he's very scared, and he is just
No, I feel like
just
Tom
funny.
isn't Tom Cruise like a real thrill seeker in real life? Like he
Yeah.
does all
Oh,
his own
yeah.
stunts
He's-
and he
He's a manly man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah.
that's cool that he actually really does fly though.
But he really does
He's
fly like.
Maverick.
Yeah, he really does. I'll send you the link.
You
It's
know-
hilarious.
Kyle's a pilot too, and he doesn't go around gloating about it. Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
But just think about it. He's American or Canadian. I don't know. He's not Irish. Tom Cruise isn't. Nicole Kidman isn't. Who is Daniel? Is Daniel Christie Mr. Christie?
I'm not sure. Well, yeah, nowadays you couldn't make this movie because they would be up in arms. It's like you can't have a non-Irish person playing an Irish person.
Right.
I mean, you couldn't, but I mean, there'd be a big fuss about it because they'd say it's unfair and you're taking away jobs from Irish actors.
Yeah. Which right now I'm loving Paul Mescal, who he was just up for an Oscar, but he was in Normal People and he's in this new movie After Sun, which I want to watch. But he's going to be playing in the new Gladiator movie, which I believe is it a sequel or a prequel? I can't remember. But Denzel Washington's going to be in it too. Hey Phil, how many words in this film do you think John Wick says?
Not many. I'd say 18 to 30.
Oh, it's more than that.
Oh, okay.
380.
Oh, 380. I didn't think he said that much, really.
The longest line of dialogue that Wick has in a scene is with the Continental manager, where he says, "You and I left a good life behind a long time ago, my friend."
Yeah.
Yep. The daughter of the manager at the Continental, her name is Rina Sawayama. I think, I hope I said that right. The director knew nothing about her and randomly came across her on YouTube and figured that because she was a pop star and she danced, she would fit the role perfectly. Within 24 hours, the director got on the phone with her and offered her the role of Akira.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. So, hey, maybe we'll be in a movie, Phil.
Never know.
In the next Harry Potter series. We're, of course, talking about Mandalorian Season 3. And who else to have on the podcast but our regular guest, Robbie. Hey, Robbie.
Yeah. Hey, well, how's it going, guys? Glad to be back.
Great.
Happy May the 4th to everybody.
Yeah.
And there's another voice we heard. Who could that be? Could that be our special guest, Star Wars artist and super fan, Chris Penix? Hey, Chris.
Hey, nice to be with you guys. It's great.
Good to have you.
Oh yeah,
good to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here. We don't have Phil here, but you're an amazing, what would you call it? Substitute. There we go.
There we go.
So, Chris, can you tell us a little bit about why we might have you on the episode for Star Wars?
Yeah, because I'm kind of a Star Wars super nerd, and probably dangerously so. Probably unhealthy levels of Star Wars fandom. But I'm also a Star Wars trading card artist, and I paint Star Wars stuff for Topps trading cards all the time. I'm constantly painting. So, yeah.
Do you just have a backlog of stuff and you just send them stuff, or are you just constantly drawing?
No, I am constantly drawing and painting, but I have assigned subjects that they give me, and I go off of a list. Usually the list expands out to half a year. Sometimes it can be a couple months. It varies.
Oh, neat.
But
I saw your. I'm assuming it's a recent one, but of Pedro Pascal, aka Mando.
Yeah.
That
was super cool.
The hair, the little curls in his hair.
Yeah. No, that's the product I work on is called the Living Set, and that Pedro Pascal was card number 400 that we've done. It's just me and one other artist that work on this set. He's a friend of mine named Carlos. He lives down in Orlando. He's so good. Such a nice guy too.
That's so neat. I'm going to start collecting them now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told Katie the same thing as well. Like, this is definitely going to spawn a new collection. In my basement, I have an entire collection of Star Wars memorabilia. So
Yeah,
trading cards are definitely going to be getting added to my collection. So.
Yeah, great. I mean, new cards go on their website every Tuesday. So.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Taco Tuesday and Star Wars Trading Card Tuesday.
Tops Tuesday. Yeah.
Tops Tuesday. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, and Chris, maybe you can remember too. In The Last Jedi, when Luke is on, I'm blanking on the island planet that he's on.
Octo.
Octo.
Yeah.
That Jedi Temple had like an image, and it wasn't talked about in the film at all, but it was supposed to be referencing what they called the Prime Jedi. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they've. I think you're about to mention it. They've kind of used that image, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When they announced the film, they actually used that image that was
thing on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think there'll be ties loosely, maybe, or I don't know. I think it'll be exciting. I mean, James Mangold has made some killer movies. Logan. I don't know if you guys have seen Logan.
Oh. With this guy.
Yeah, Wolverine. Yeah. And then what was it? Ford versus Ferrari. I think he.
Oh.
I don't want to put that out there. Let me fact check.
Here, I'll look it up. You can.
Okay. But anyways, his body of work. I mean, I think it could be fun to see what he movies and.
Oh, he directed 3:10 to Yuma. That's one of my favorites. He also did multiple X-Men films: The Wolverine, Logan, Walk the Line.
Oh, okay.
I don't see. Oh yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah.
Ford Ferrari.
I love both of those movies, and like, I'm kind of weird. Like, outside of Star Wars viewing, I'm kind of picky. So like, I don't know. To have movies that I like that aren't Star Wars, I think that speaks highly for him. So. I'm a snob when it comes to other movies. Like, I'll watch other movies, but I don't ever like get the feelings I get when I watch a Star Wars movie. But
sure, yeah. I agree.
Yep.
I'm kind of the same.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yeah.
We're live again. I'm going to turn the camera so everyone can see this steampunk hat in all its glory. Everyone, Katie back here with Muggle with a mic, and we're still at the steampunk festival. And I'm just going to call you Mr. Davis this whole time because
that's fine.
Mr. Davis was my 6th grade history and English teacher. Yes, I remembered the history because that was my favorite.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
So how have things been going today?
Oh, we're delighted. We're delighted. First of all, the weather is absolutely gorgeous, and this is our first adventure, and we wanted to see how it would go, and the people seem to be extremely pleased. The young and the old both love the model trains. They're going through the cars. They like the booths. It's not back to back, shoulder to shoulder, but it's a steady flow, and it has been all day. So we're delighted.
Great.
We're absolutely delighted with the turnout.
Great.
And we're so glad you can be here.
Oh, we're happy to be here. We're learning so much. We learned stuff from Charles Huber. So that was just Phil took a tour.
Oh, okay.
And Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens as
Charles
well.
Dickens in person.
Yes, that was
you can't beat that.
Monumental for us.
Ebenezer Scrooge may be around the corner somewhere.
Bah,
you never
humbug.
know. Absolutely.
So why don't you give us some history on how the museum started?
Well, the museum was an active freight station through 1981. The passenger station closed several years before, but the freight station here remained open. And it was finally closed in 1981, and the railroad tracks were pulled out in 1991. CSX condemned the building, closed it in 81. It is our understanding that it went to Raccoon Creek Park, the McIntyre Park Board. They had plans for the building that didn't materialize. They, in turn, passed it on to the city of Gallipolis. In 2016, there were rumors floating that they were going to demolish the building, and we got wind of it. Jim Love, who used to be a telegrapher here when he was in college, got word of it. He got a group of us together, and we wanted to see if we could save the building. The group he got together, we all have an interest and appreciation for the history of trains and railroading. And we had an engineer come in, and checked the building out to see if it was structurally sound, that it could be remodeled.
Yeah.
And the answer was yes. And so in the fall of 2016, we bought this station. Katie, guess how much we had to pay for this?
We heard a rumor. Yeah,
Oh,
we
yes,
heard a rumor.
Yes.
$1.
$1. A for you. You were listening. I'm proud of you, sir. Yes.
Man, I didn't get it.
You get it. Darn. We got the station for $1. And we started in really the summer of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
We have had 3 state grants from the General Assembly that we have written and been funded for to help restore the station.
Yeah.
And we are delighted with the progress, and we're delighted with the local support. Members of the community have come to help us. Some are very anonymous and do not want anything said, and they have been helping us. But we are tickled to death that we've been able to save the building, and it is open as a museum.
Well, I'm going to thank the anonymous people.
Oh, yes.
Because look at what they did. It is beautiful what you've done here.
Yes. And we keep a record.
Yeah.
And we opened 1 year ago, April 30th, which was last Sunday. And when we closed last Sunday, we had 1,458 visitors from 28 states and 4 countries in Washington, D.C. And for Southeastern Ohio, we're tickled to death.
Absolutely.
Tickled to death. And this summer, one of the other grants that we have written, they will start work to restore every car you see in this rail yard.
Wow.
The cars will be put back as the condition that they were in. The grant was for approximately $600,000.
Oh, my word.
To restore all of the cars. We'll have the circus coach. We'll have meeting rooms in it. We'll have rooms where people can have birthday parties, anniversary parties.
That's awesome.
And any day.
Podcast recordings?
Yeah, oh, definitely. With air conditioning, too. And then any day. We've got another 1945 Porter switch engine coming. And we have 23-ton diesel battery-powered switch engine from Tiger Creek coming.
Wow.
And so we always said we wanted to have a museum as well as a rail yard.
Yeah.
And we've been able to accomplish both dreams.
Absolutely.
I mean, the museum is open and people seem pleased, and we're just absolutely there.
All right, hey everyone, Katie back here at the First Friday event in downtown Gallipolis. I have a very special guest here, Katie Ratliff. Hey, Katie.
Hey.
So you got this all started, right?
Now, First Friday's been a thing for a while.
Has it? Okay.
It started out as just businesses downtown doing sales on Fridays, the very first Friday of the month.
Okay.
But lately, in the last couple years, it's a lot of office space downtown.
Yeah.
So we've tried to incorporate a lot more small businesses and artisan vendors, things like that.
Yeah.
So just taking a little... rolling with how things change, how the economy changes, how businesses change.
Ever
After
evolving.
COVID, a lot of people took up doing artisan work and things like that. So it was nice to be able to give them an outlet for setting up and being part of the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's so unique because every stand is different.
Yeah.
It's just a vast variety of items that you can come, like, you'd be surprised at what you see down here. I saw all the pictures from First Friday. How was that?
It was one of the biggest. We were all shocked. It's slowly grown, but then it exploded the last First Friday. It's just so exciting for our town to finally see things happening.
Absolutely.
And just that energy in the community, not just with businesses or vendors, but like actually in the community. There's just this excitement.
Oh, no, you really feel a part of it when you're down here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you feel that way too.
No, absolutely. Because the community is a place, but it's also the people.
Yeah.
So, and this is a great example.
What do you think about Nebula in this one?
I like
I
her.
think
She grows on me each time she comes on screen.
Of course, I liked her in Doctor Who, Amelia Pond,
Mm-hmm.
the actress. But that's like I think they kind of took with her character. I mean, I know she's half machine, but when they were knocking her head off, I mean, there's still organic stuff there. It's like I think they took it apart a little bit
back into place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would work that way. So I do think they kind of went a little beyond belief on that part of it.
Now, I did. Mom leaned over to me at that point when her head is like this,
Yeah.
and she goes, "How is she still alive?"
Yeah.
And I had to explain, Mom, she's almost all robot.
Yeah. You still have nerves in the spinal column, and like
Yeah, no,
you don't want to collapse your windpipe. I mean,
It's true.
But
I mean, maybe the High
it's a movie.
Evolutionary is not the only one who's messing with creation, because
Yeah.
Thanos clearly replaced everything about her, it seems like.
Yeah. Which I don't feel like she was that far gone in other movies.
You mean hurt that bad?
Well, I mean, I don't feel like she was that much of a robot in other movies.
Right. And technically she hasn't changed any parts since we met her.
Right. That's what I mean. I think they were kind of pushing the envelope on that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because like if you look at the movies, look at Endgame, she died with just getting shot once. I mean, she kind of shot herself.
Remind me what happened?
Well, the future Nebula shot the past Nebula, killed her because she was.
Oh yeah, because she did.
She brought Thanos and everything over.
Well, maybe she knew her weakness. Like the kink in the shield. No,
the exact right place, like Smaug the dragon. Yeah, but I do like her. I think she did. Karen Gilliam.
Yep.
Yeah, she did a good job.
You reminded me she was on Doctor Who.
Yeah, she was in Jumanji too. Did you see Jumanji?
No, but
Jumanjis?
I do know that. I know that all the whole group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does a great job because I know she doesn't look like her, but her voice I don't even recognize.
Hi everyone, this is Matthew David Rudd, voice of Panda from Jujutsu Kaisen, Shishido from My Hero Academia, Rock Wraithrazor from Tower of God, Baro from Blue Lock, all your favorites, You are listening to Muggle with a Mic with Katie and Phil. Enjoy the show.
Phil, what's your mug today?
My mug is, I don't know. It's a.
Oh, let me switch cameras for us. Hold on. Technical difficulties. We're live people. Deal with it.
Here it is. You can see it. Maybe.
Well, I
Where's
can
the
get it.
camera?
I can get it real big. I think I can get it real big if I know how to do this.
Look at that.
Here, try it over here.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah. Put it on the interface.
There you go. That's beautiful.
What is that mug, Phil?
That is from Universal Studios, the year, Islands of Adventure, the year it opened, 1999. That is the Dueling Dragon tankard mug that was from a roller coaster they had in the Lost Continent, which is now the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yes.
And that roller coaster got refurbished to the Dragon Challenge. And then they tore it out and put Hagrid's motorbike adventure.
How apropos that something that was turned into Harry Potter was a dragon ride.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe they should have kept it a dragon ride.
They should have.
Like, we'll go to my mug now. And my mug is special. I literally just picked it this morning because you can kind of, no, you can't see it. Your mug's covering it up. Avocado Lee 3D Design, who I bought a Darth Vader mug from last year, and it's awesome. I walk in today and they go, Katie! And then they gave me this mug. Get ready for the reveal, people. Ba-bam! It's Howard the Duck. And then there's Jonah in the background. But look at that Howard the Duck. They made that mug and gave it to us, Phil.
It's pretty special.
I love how the handle has the name Howard in the handle. It's really cool.
And that's old school Howard the Duck too. That's from the 80s movie, not the new Marvel Howard.
Well, okay, so what's the difference, Phil?
I mean, character design.
Oh, just the way he looks.
Yeah, you can tell that it's original.
So what would you say?
Have you ever seen the 80s Howard the Duck?
I feel like I've seen clips, but I've never seen the whole film.
Okay.
Yeah, so I knew who he was. Like, I wasn't flabbergasted by his appearance, but I feel like he's DuckTales wannabe.
He predates DuckTales.
Oh, so DuckTales are a Howard wannabe.
I don't know.
A good story. And the fact that the scene where you see Mario learn how to run and be action with Princess Peach, that was neat because it looked like he was playing the game.
Yeah, it's like you okay. Well, I learned this section of the game, and now I got to go on to the next one. You die 100 times. And,
yes.
So yes, that's very game accurate.
And you get through it 89%, and then you fall or something. Yeah,
we've all been there.
And he learned what eating the different things did to him, and when he thought he was going to get really big, and then he got teeny tiny, and it was. Yeah. They did a great job, and now that's coming from someone who does. There's Caitlin. Oh, turn the mic on. Let me change the camera.
Hi. Hello. How are we?
We're great. How are you, Caitlin?
I'm doing good.
Good. You just stopped by real quick for us.
I'm just stopping by to say, hey, how's it going?
It's going great.
How's the raffle giveaway stuff?
We gave away the My Hero Academia wallet, and Matthew signed it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we've sold all these bowl cozies. It's awesome. We're having fun.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming out. We really appreciate Muggle with the Mic for being our official podcast. They're amazing. Please like and subscribe so you can hear all the official Final BossCon news. I almost said Once More with Feeling news, but that's the wrong business.
Hey, but let's plug Once More with Feeling.
Yes.
Accessorize your nerdy side.
All the engraved needs you may have. I got you. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Caitlin. There we go. We got a real quick interview there because she is running like all over the place, getting things for people that they need it, and she's also doing her booth and the Final BossCon booth. So
that's a lot of booths.
Yeah, she's got a trifecta of booths. But we'll take a break here. We'll eat some food, and then hopefully we'll see you again.
Actually, did you see any Marios today? People cosplaying?
I have not actually.
I saw a regular Mario and a Tanuki suit Mario.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen them. Then again, I've been running around too.
But I have not seen. Right, I saw Peach. I did see a Peach.
I saw a Princess Daisy. What's that from?
Daisy's from one of them games. One of the Mario.
Appropriate for a gaming convention.
She's Mario Kart.
Gotcha. There you go. Well, someone was dressed as that, so I did see a Mario character.
I haven't seen a Yoshi or Bowser, but there's a taco and a turkey leg.
Yes, I saw that. That's awesome. All right, guys, we're going to take a break because I am feeling hungry, and we're going to go see some food vendors. Oh, my gosh, there's a Wednesday. Here, let's switch over. We might see Gomez walk by with a stroller.
There he is.
No, not that guy with the cart. That's a staff member. Here comes Wednesday and Gomez. We got away from Wednesday.
Well, Pugsley's in there too. He's in the.
Well, here's cousin. Here's Thing.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, guys. Stay tuned. We're probably going to end this stream right here, and then we'll come back later.
I will say chronologically, Temple of Doom takes place before Raiders of the Lost Ark.
This is true. It does. Just a little tricky. But okay, let's ask you that. Should you watch them in film chronological or in chronological?
You watch them how they came out, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to watch them as they come out.
Okay. Cool
I
beans.
think.
That was easy.
Because there's a lot of things in Temple of Doom that are good and service the movie because you're already aware of the character's mannerisms.
Yeah.
So there's certain beats in the movie, especially in the beginning, that it's like, if this is they didn't do an introduction to the character. They did it in Raiders. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's certain things that happen in Temple of Doom that it's like makes sense because you're aware of the character. So it works better as a prequel.
Yeah.
It would be lost on people if they didn't know certain things. I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Next question for both of you. Rank the five films, best to worst.
I can do that right now. Easy.
Okay. Go.
You want to go? Wait. Do we want to like 5, 4, 3?
No,
like,
just
let's
to do the whole grouping, and then we'll.
Okay, never
Jonah
mind.
go first. Yeah.
Okay. Number 5 is definitely Crystal Skull.
Okay.
That's the worst one. Number 4 is definitely Dial of Destiny. Number 3 is definitely Temple of Doom. And then number 2 is Last Crusade, and then 1 is Raiders. I mean, I feel like that's. I feel
like that's Bill's as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen. It'd be a toss up between Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and Dial of Destiny for me because I haven't seen Dial of Destiny yet. But I would agree with Raiders, Last Crusade, Temple of Doom.
So what you're saying
And
is
then
from the beginning of the films, they slowly went down, and then they just free falled at Crystal Skull.
See, I don't like that comparison only because it's like when you have something almost like it. Last Crusade, while I don't like it as much as Raiders, it's not worse than Raiders. If that makes it's still a good movie.
I think they're all on the same level. The first 3. I mean, it's just a matter of your preference. Which do you prefer?
Jonah.
And Jonah got mad and left.
He disagrees with you. He's had it. Taylor, Billy Joel.
I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, cool. Cool. I ain't trying to get killed. I ain't trying. But I do love Taylor. So is that your favorite concert you've ever been to?
Oh, I like all concerts because I love live music, and I really think everyone should go support live music no matter what, if it's a small town thing or Billy Joel at the Shoe, or if it's just someone at an open mic. Live music is great because you know what, in that moment, all of you people are sharing that collectively together, and you'll never have it again. That moment will never be repeated.
10 out of 10. Profound. So we got movie news?
Yeah, go for it.
Movie news time. Is there going to be like a... We'll do it in post. No,
what am I doing in post?
I don't know. I was making a joke.
I'll have a crawler that just goes movie news, movie news, movie news.
Yeah, there you go. They're seeing it right now. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Oh,
whoa. Oh, it hit me in the face.
Okay. Look at it go.
So, first thing I want to talk about, because this is very important. I feel like it's very important for podcasts like us to talk about this because we are pop culture and media-based podcasts, is that unfortunately the Writers Guild and the Writers Guild strike's been on for 112 days, which is insane, as well as the Screen Actors Guild has been on for almost 40 days. And I just wanted to quickly mention some movies that people are really looking forward to that have unfortunately been delayed due to this strike. You're not going to get Superman, and you're not going to get Wicked, because those movies are all movies that have been in production but have been shut down due to the strike. Wicked was only a couple days away from wrapping. Fun fact.
And do you know who's playing Fiyero?
No.
Jonathan Bailey.
Oh, that's cool. Well, do you want to hear my opinion? Have you seen Wicked?
I love Wicked. Yes.
Okay. You aren't
cried
gonna like
when I watched it live.
You are not going to like my opinion then. Do you want to hear what I thought of Wicked? I saw Wicked on Broadway.
Are you talking about the musical? Like on stage Wicked? Okay, I need to get in my serenity mindset so that I don't overreact to what you're about to say.
Notably, I've only seen it once, and it was 4 years ago. I think Act 1 is really good and a lot of fun, and obviously the music throughout in both acts are amazing. I think the story in Act 2 is horrendous and takes a complete nosedive from the original source material, and I don't like it. I just don't like it. The story did not interest me, and I don't like it at all.
Okay, so when it comes to musicals, for me, it's hard for me to have an opinion of, my opinion mostly comes from the soundtrack, from the music itself.
Soundtrack's great.
Because we live in an area where we get, traveling through musicals. Right. And so when we do see them, we only see them once, maybe. Right. I would love to live in New York City and see them over and over and have the the money to do that, but we
like
just
it's
don't.
a movie.
Yes, and that's why I love that Hamilton is on Disney Plus. You know, it gives everyone the access to watch it once, twice, as many times as you want.
And Shrek the Musical's on Netflix.
Is it really?
It's been on Netflix for years.
I
Shrek the
didn't know
Musical's
that.
great.
I got rid of Netflix. But it was just too expensive. But
Understandable.
So when it comes to musicals, it's always about the music for me. Yes, it's about the live performances, like we just talked about how important that is. But when it comes to the music, Wicked is my childhood. That came out when I was in high school, so I hold a special place.
What I wanted to talk to you guys about is how well versed are you in D&D?
Me, not so much.
No.
Mackenzie, he's the one.
We play or try to play once a month at best, if not more, with 5th edition.
Okay.
We played on and off from 3.5, then some of us went to college and left. We didn't play, and then we played 5th edition. Different games, different campaigns for, I think the same group has been playing for almost like 9 years now, it seems like. Not the same story, but,
Yeah.
you know, on and off.
They're called campaigns,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Something.
It's pretty fun. It's 5th edition makes things a lot more simpler for people who's never played before.
So are these campaigns like pre-planned, or do you write them? Somebody write them.
Baron does a lot when he writes all his. He'll
Mhm.
take some from other stories, which you know most people do. I
Mhm.
like doing the books and then changing them by like 60%. I just like to have that structure because I'm the type of guy who's like, what's the end goal?
Yeah.
So, you know, when I shut the book, I go, we did it! But yeah, there's a big mix like that.
Do you think we could do a campaign that's centered around podcasters?
No, definitely.
And-
100%. Just have wizards running electricity. That'll be fine. It'll be great.
Someone uses the mic cord as like a whip.
Yeah. They just record it and they'll save it later and air it on a TV that they make that just broadcasts in the local area, and it'll venture off into this big story where, like, they can watch things from the past that already happened. You know,
Bardic inspiration.
Right, in a box. It'll be great. You got to play. It's all right.
Well, I've wanted to get into it. So how would one go about? Because like I tried to do a Star Wars RPG, but it was Flight.
Fantasy Flight?
Yes.
Yes.
So it wasn't D&D. And when you watch D&D online, I understand how that works slightly now. So when I tried to do the Fantasy Flight, I didn't know what I was doing.
If you want a Star Wars one but want to use the style that D&D does, Spelljammer is exactly what that is.
Okay.
It's all space stuff. There's a space hamster named Boo. He's a giant space hamster. He's about this big. And he goes around and does stuff. There's hippos that live in space that are like colonial style people that have like the pads and wear the fake hair and everything. It's a wild ride. But you can just add, you know, they got light weapons and swords looking things. You can just switch those with characters. And I know what Star Wars when you're talking about because we played that once. And I played a Wookiee. And it was actually pretty fun.
I played one. It didn't have a Wookiee. It had what's the species that Maul is? A Dathomir. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So it had him, but it was like you didn't have a lot of like lightsaber stuff.
Yeah.
You had a lot more force wielding power. So that was
Some
a
of
little
the guns.
That made it harder.
Yeah.
Because you had to do force points and it was difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, guys, I'm gonna let you get back to your what did you call it? The dome?
I named
The
it
V150
That's
Ion Dome.
Right, that's right. That's what it is. Look it up. And you'll go.
You forget.
You'll go, yeah, that makes sense.
How dare.
Dude, we're
going back to KFC.
Matt to the rescue. He
What do you
looked up Ghostly Gala and
He
everything.
did, man.
All right. Hey, everyone. We're back here for our final segment at the First Friday event in Gallipolis, and we have some special guests here, Connor Christian and Nicole Summerlin from Canada.
That's it.
Hey, guys. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
I'm so excited you guys are here. You guys just finished a set down the street, correct?
Yes, first time we've ever been here at First Friday. A lot of firsts there. But hanging out here, it was really cool to get to be downtown on a Friday night. Glad we were able to make it.
Awesome. So, Connor, I want to start with, you're from Gallipolis.
Yes, born and raised.
Yes. Did you go to Gallia Academy?
I did go to Gallia Academy.
Class of, do we want to say?
2015?
I mean, we graduated the same year.
We did.
We can be proud of that.
No secrets here. No secrets here.
Well, I'm 06, so
Okay.
I was a little bit before you, but
So go Blue Devils, go
Blue,
Devils.
yeah,
Love that.
yeah. Do we want to see the fight song? No, no.
I mean, maybe save that for another episode.
All right. So I want to know how both of you got started in music, how you got started here in Gal Please and in Canada. So go for it.
Would you like to? You want me to take it away? All right. So, growing up here, I mean, I'm actually live out in Patriot, which is there's no service out there. There's nothing out there. It's kind of in the sticks, which honestly I think worked in my favor with music. Had no cell service, barely had internet, but my dad's music collection is absolutely massive. So getting able to reach and pull off vinyls off the shelf and CDs and cassette tapes and just all kinds of cool stuff with great artists I had at the touch of my fingers. I really didn't know too much about what else was out there, which I'm sure Nicole will say I live under a rock a lot of times with that and be like, what, you haven't heard that? And I'm like, maybe somewhere, I don't know. But so anything I could reach for, I would just throw it on the vinyl record player and listen to it all day long and just play it and play it and play it. And my Uncle Ryan, he is a guitar player, huge influence on me. I always thought he was the coolest dude in the world, still is one of the coolest dudes in the world. So he really kind of got me started. And, the old buy a cheap guitar, hang out in the garage, I'll teach you to smoke on the water and all that stuff, So I'm definitely nothing too far from what a guitar player would be at heart, and starting with that, and it just kind of led one thing to the next. Started learning more songs, writing more songs, and my mom always sang around the house, so that was another thing. We'd sing and write songs together, and a big family thing. My grandma, she sings and loves music, so just a big family of people who love music. I think they got sprinkled a little bit on me in the genes. Yeah. Definitely from my mom's side. My dad, he can't sing anything, but he sure knows how to play the radio really well.
Just as important.
He sings sometimes, but I don't know if you'd want to hear it. I mean, it's definitely making a joyful noise if you say something like that. But
Nicole, how have you got started in music?
I've been doing the music thing for a long time. Yeah. Growing up, I was a little bit of an attention seeker, if you will, around the house. I would choreograph these dances and shows for my family, and they'd all have to sit and watch, and it was, very dramatic. But when I started going to school, I went to a fine arts school, so we were just really plugged into the arts, music and dance. I was a competitive dancer for about 14 years, and around the age of 13, I just started singing, and I wrote a song for like a Christmas recital that year, and I just, fell into love with songwriting and channeling my teenage emotions during that time, and then, started doing small town gigs and slowly made my way to Nashville at the age of 16, and then I've been coming back and forth between Nashville and Vancouver area, Canada, for about 10 years, and now I just moved there now.
Nice.
So it's been a development, but in terms of I'm a country artist specifically, and that's my mom played a whole bunch of music growing up, same with my dad, but classic country is what really spoke to my soul. I'm all about the lyrics and the storytelling. That's my thing, and it just sounds cliche, but it really just comes out country. I've been in pop bands and rock bands throughout my career and whatnot, but somehow I'd always make Britney Spears sound country, and they're like, maybe you're not a good fit for this particular band, but
I want to hear that.
Well, it's something. It's something. But no, country music is what makes my heart and soul the happiest, and so Nashville is the best place for me to be right now.
I was just going to say, how is that Nashville vibe, and how are you enjoying that, and what have you learned from it?
Busy. It's so
it is
busy.
A zoo of a place.
It is a zoo. But, Nashville is such a unique city, and it's so fun for tourists and, just to go there and hang out and see music, but at the same time it just holds such a special place for me specifically, just because it's the heart of country music and the heart of all music for that matter, and the creativity that you just feel when you're just walking around is incredible.
Is he in an alternate universe, or his friends the same from the same, and everybody? Well, obviously they wouldn't be, because
and they never answer. If he had a concussion, maybe he was in a coma, and that's what he was dreaming up in the coma.
But there was two other people. There's a Russian man and a English woman that remembered the Beatles. So did they get transported into this alternate universe? Did they have an accident? Is that what happened?
That's what I was
wondering. They all had an accident at the same time?
I know. But, okay, so we get upset when people try to explain things, But then a situation like this is where they don't explain a lot, and I'm kind of okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Because then in my mind, I can paint a picture myself rather than disagreeing with someone else's painting, you know?
Yeah.
So, yes, I would like answers, but at the same time, in this instance,
it doesn't
wasn't
have to.
necessary. Yeah,
it's not really, that's not as important as the situation that he finds himself in.
Yeah.
Now, did you watch the alternate ending?
No.
There's an alternate.
Was it on? I rented it on Prime.
Okay. I have a physical DVD or Blu-ray, but it has an alternate ending on there where his girlfriend's talking.
You want me to look it up and see if I can find it?
Well, you can.
Alternate ending. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So would a better title of this movie be called Across the Multiverse?
Yes, it would. That's awesome. There's another pun.
Spotify. But yeah, I think it's for kids, boys or girls that grew up playing with Barbie and Ken and all the assorted Kens that there are. Yeah. And well, I mean, America Ferrera's monologue about
best part of the movie, I think.
What it's like to be a woman, and the line that sticks in my head is, you know, moms or women stand still so that their daughters can go on. I was sobbing. I have a 6-year-old daughter, and it was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like to me, it was the themes of the movie were. I don't know if they were meant to be like motherhood-ish, but I got that as being a mother.
I think it totally was. And the fact that, you know, the doll, they think it's a little girl they're seeking out, but it's actually the mother. And because she got the toy back out to play with the Barbie.
Whose daughter has grown up and is not playing with Barbies anymore, and she's having a hard time. So she starts to play with the Barbies, and her stress and anxiety and life is what causes everything to start. Which haven't we all been there? Let's be honest.
No, it's true. And it was, you know, the whole theme was empowering women.
Yes.
And kind of being like, hey guys, take a back seat.
Right.
And I think it was great that they did that. I've lost my train of thought.
Well, I mean, look at everything that happened with powerful women over the summer. Taylor Swift tour, Beyonce tour, the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Take a couple years off, boys. We can. We've got this.
Yeah.
Y'all just mess stuff up anyways. Let us take care of it. I mean, Taylor Swift making sure that her drivers and stuff get paid for, you know, all of that stuff during her tour. I mean.
Okay, so you brought her up.
I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I don't know.
That's what I said. I don't get the craze, but I do think like that kind of stuff where she's supportive of the people that work around her and everything. But again, I don't get how she draws more people than like the Beatles drew. I just
I don't listen to her music, but
I like some of it.
I after all of like seeing how that tour did, like I feel like I could be a Taylor Swift fan. I want to make bracelets too.
How do you feel about her infiltrating the NFL?
I love it. I don't care about either side, and I'm like, oh, I want those two to be together. Look how cute they are. Like, it's like young romance, and I love it. Like her being in that box, like with Blake Lively, real life people. You know,
what is going on?
I had heard of like the World Between Worlds or whatever, just in passing. So I figured that's kind of what it was, but.
So what about the fact of she's fighting Anakin up there with lightsabers, and Jason and Hera can hear her? Okay, I can understand Jason, but how is Hera hearing her?
I don't think Hera heard her.
Oh.
But this is what's cool about like interpreting that, because I thought it's almost like she realized her son heard it and she trusted her son, and that's why she acted on it. That's what I got from it. because he's like, Mom, listen, and like she was putting her trust in her son, who she knows is connected to the Force.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got from it. But
so tell me about Jason, because I don't know that character, and like, so is that his real mom or is it someone? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like she's Twalik, and I figured he would have had, even if I don't know who his dad is, but I figured he'd at least have little tail nubbins if you know, with a different alien.
Awesome.
But okay.
His dad is Freddie Prinze Jr.
His dad is Kanan, which would have been the Jedi Knight from Rebels, who
and he trained Ezra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't, like I said, she's I didn't know if it was like, if he was like adopted, if it was real, or who was, you know, maybe his dad died, because she kept talking about his dad. Maybe his dad died and said, "Here you go," or if they were married, or what happened to the dad.
There's Jason.
Yeah.
Little Jason. And then I have his dad on here.
Yeah, there he is.
Live action version.
Well, so in the Clone Wars, there was an episode where a clone had kids with a Twi'lek woman.
Oh yeah.
One of the kids had short head tails, and the other kid did not. So it's just a weird genetic thing, I guess.
Okay. And then I like his
Good
hair
point.
was green, but his skin wasn't green. So I'm like,
yeah,
is that like,
which
yeah,
they had set that up with Katie. Katie had that picture of Jason up. I mean, they had set it up where he did just look humanoid, just with green hair and like green.
Which I didn't know what he looked like in the cartoon, but I didn't like his hair in the show. I just thought it looked kind of. It was kind of.
I actually thought the hair looked better in live action than it did in Rebels.
The animation looked like they just dipped his head in Kool-Aid. That's what it looked like. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering how they were going to do it, or if they were even going to keep it green. But yeah, they did. I don't mind how it looks in live action.
Blue.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if he was dyeing it or if it was like that was a real color. I mean, like, because you know where Sabine had her dyed, so I didn't know if it's like, hey, it's my mom, she's green, I'm gonna dye my hair green.
Yeah. No, they kind of darkened it up in the show, and in the animation, it's like his hair is like the same color green as Harry's skin color almost.
Yeah, you
it's
can
like
kind of look at his eyebrows in the picture.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It looks like he kind of. It looks like kind of like Beast Boy, where he has green.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Beast Boy.
Yeah, he does.
Tons of movies with tons of different times for whatever occasion you want to watch a movie. It doesn't matter.
Well,
That's what's so great about movies.
Like, I'll compare this movie to Titanic. Because how long was Titanic? Titanic was 2 VHSs, but it was.
I think it was 3 hours.
Yeah, it was something like that. Let me look.
It was like 3 hours and like a single digit number of minutes.
It was. Oh, I googled Titanic length, and it gave me 883 feet.
That's funny. You can't do that.
No. Movie
Can't do
length.
that.
It was 3 hours and 14 minutes.
Ooh, okay. I was a little wrong, but
So, I mean, like, Titanic, I don't think I
it's
knew
worse
the time
than Killers
of
of
that.
the Flower Moon. Take.
Now, I say they're the same. Killers of the Flower Moon's too long. Titanic was a good movie.
Titanic's a good. No, I agree. It's just not. It's not Killers of the Flower Moon.
I don't know. I think you're on a new hype because it's a new movie. Do you think that's why?
No, I haven't liked Titanic for a long time. It's just kind of okay. It's kind of good, man. It's just kind of fine.
So, I think Titanic, I wasn't looking at my watch. This one, a few times, I was basically looking at my watch just to see. They still haven't mentioned this, and they have this much amount to go and all that. That's why I was looking at my watch. Now, my mom said it was too long. The other friend said it was too long. We walked in the movie theater at 10 a.m., didn't leave till after 2 p.m. If that's any, like, it just feels like it takes up the whole day. But do you know the Muffin Man? No, not that. There is cutting yourself is number 6. With a knife while opening packages is what
That's a common one. Yeah.
So Dr. Weedy, what's the best way to open a package with a knife, or should you use a different object?
Just be careful. Just knives will work. Just don't pull it. Watch where the knife's going to go. Like, don't pull it at you, or have your hand down and pull it across your hand, or just take your time and watch where the knife's going.
I will say I have a vivid memory one Christmas of we got squirt guns. My sister and I got the same squirt gun, and they have those thick plastic things on there keeping it in the package.
Yes.
And Dad got his pocket watch out, or his pocket knife.
That's a pretty good trick.
And he cut his hand really bad.
Yeah, because you're not watching where my oldest son, I remember he was 10 or 11, had a box, was holding it against his chest, had the knife, and was like torquing it at himself, like really hard.
Oh.
And I like scratched, I said, stop. And he's like, what? And I said, where's that knife going to go when it slips? He's like, oh. You just got to watch where your body parts are and be careful.
Watch where your body parts are.
It's just a good rule for life.